Alright, first of all, we want to start by giving all praises, glory, and honor to
Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, Hashem, Kakadash.
I want to give double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone who taught and continue to teach us this truth, and send peace, love, and salutations to all you brothers on the highways and byways. That's and also the 1/3 of Bayaf that without the house of David that's being risen up, all right, by way of knowledge in these last days, in these latter days of Esau, Edom's wicked and perverse kingdom. All right, as we enter into this new world that's going to be ran by Yasha Allah, there's going to be a lot of chaos that ensue in this world to close out this world, right? And what's going on now is Esau through YouTube is trying to destroy brothers' video, trying to distort the word, all right, trying to erase brothers' channels, and hey, it's all scriptural, it's the biblical prophecy, because we know through the spirit that there's going to be a famine of the word, all right, and we know that the YouTube scene was only here for a temporary while for it to fulfill its role in helping noise this gospel abroad on the four winds of the earth, so that so that these prophecies could roll in. These angels are holding the winds, which are these wars, all right, waiting for what? Waiting for the elect to be sealed, for the elect to be sealed with this knowledge on their foreheads. So it goes two and two, man. It goes to show you to push the word even more and more, and that we're at the end, just like we're gonna go into, Lord willing, through the Spirit. But I know you got famine of the word, right? But before I say that, I want to let you know that when you're in a war, when you're in a war with somebody, right? One of the first strategic military operations is what you want to do is you want to cut the enemy's line of communication. And what YouTube is for us, it's a line of communication. These are modern day epistles that we're sending to brothers, comforting brothers, and brothers are being edified. So Esau is going to his tactics and doing what? And trying to destroy our line of communication. But guess what? It's too late, Esau, right? It's too late. The word has already, you got brothers in Peru, you got brothers in Alaska, you got brothers in Hawaii, brothers in Puerto Rico. The word has done exactly what it said it was going to do. South Africa, throughout the four winds, in Europe, all right, the UK, Germany, all throughout the world, brothers are now hip to that. You know, these people on this sign and other Israelite foreigners are indeed the true children of Israel. Go ahead, bro.
Amos chapter 8 verse 11. Behold, the days come, said the Lord power, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor of thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord.
You see that? So that not only is there going to be a famine of bread, because we're prophesying also about a famine of bread. And you can see what's taking place on the news, RT, Press TV, alternative news sites. Trump starting an economic war, trade war with China. What's going on in Venezuela. So you can see that a trade war is to ensue, which is going to lead to a physical war. So there is going to be a famine of the word, a famine of bread in America. But more importantly, it's going to be a famine of the word, because it is written, a man should not live off of bread alone, right? So it's going to be the spirit, it's going to be the hearing of the word that'll get you through, all right, a famine. Just what did Job get that in Job, where it says at famine?
5:30.
Yep, 5 and 30. Go ahead, bro.
Isaiah 55 and 6. Seek ye the Lord while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he's near.
Yeah, get it while it's hot. Seek the Lord while he may be found. And what's the Lord? The Lord said, behold, I come in the volume of the book is written of me. So what the other apostles is doing is they're breaking down the scriptures the right way. All right? And then you got to seek these epistles. Seek the brothers that, the Rakah Kadash is on heavily, why it may be found. Because any day now, you may go log on to YouTube, all right, and they may delete all of our channels. You're not going to get this knowledge and wisdom.
Yeah, I even ran across an article that on RT News that I guess Google is campaigning to remove RT News out of the search browsers. So when people will type RT News, you might not see RT News very soon. It might get taken down. And
that's an alternative news branch that brothers go to hear a different side of a different spectrum, a different side of the coin, because we all know, hey, even you got the sitting president of the United States who goes into calling these other the average news media fake news.
Right.
That's all propaganda.
Filter, yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
That's it.
All right, what I call for?
Job 5.
Yeah, Job 5.
Yeah,
and you got that. You're gonna go back to that too.
Now, verse 19.
Yep.
You see, Job 5, verse 19. He shall deliver thee in 6 trouble. Yet in 7 there shall no evil touch thee.
Right, and then when you go into all the captivities and all the different ways that Esau set out to destroy our people, we've all been delivered from, going back to the Babylonian captivity, going to the Egyptian captivity, the Medo-Persian captivity, the Roman captivity, and likewise America is no different. Okay, go ahead.
He says, in famine he shall redeem thee from death.
Right, because again, what I said was, the Lord said, "You shall not live by bread alone." So even in a famine, even if there was a literal famine, if you had the Rakakadosh on you, read it again.
In famine he shall redeem thee from death.
You could be delivered from death, man. You could be delivered from death while everybody else is starving. You could be the strongest man on the planet. All right, without no food. All these things are possible, but you got to have that knowledge and wisdom. You got to have that understanding. You got to have faith. All right?
And in war from the power of the sword.
And that's what's coming. Martial law is coming. All right, race wars is coming. So how you going to be delivered from these things? We come out to not only to warn you about these things, but what type of men will we be to tell you, look, they're going to implement martial law, or there's going to be a famine of the word, or a famine of the bread, and not give you alternatives, or give you mechanisms, or give you solutions to these problems. We'll just be our vegetables, basically, right? So we're not going to come out here and just tell you. We tell you that there's a way for you to be delivered from these troubles, all right? And that's through the Lord, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, believing on him. His proper name is Yahweh Shai Mashiach, having faith, all right?
I got 2 numbers. And he says, thou shalt be hid from the scourges of the thorn, neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh. You know, he said, coming out of this one, he says, neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh. So we're not going to be afraid when the destruction cometh, because we expect it to come, because the Heavenly Father has awoken us up, you know, and make us see while most people cannot see, you know. And the thing that we see, the Most High have inducted it into our mind, and that's the wisdom and the knowledge to know the secret that's going on behind closed door, you know. And go ahead.
Isaiah 33 verse 6, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time.
Right. And these scriptures are coming out more and more, because again, as this famine of the word approaches, this is what you're going to need to sustain yourself. This is that practice that we're going through. When you go into Esau's army, you go through basic training, right? And then that basic training, boot camp, right? And it's to harden you. But that's not just so that somebody can be yelling at you, you can be catching hell. That's so to prepare you for when you get that M16 and you go out into that battlefield and them bombs are dropping, you're well equipped to finish your mission, all right? And we know what our mission is. Our mission is, at the end of the day, is to seek salvation.
Right, yeah, I was going to add, and another reason why that's done is also to weed out. Is a weeding out process, okay? You know, who was one of my girls, I guess friends, they went in there, and the guy, he had to leave because he couldn't stand the drill sergeant spitting on the face, because it was too hard, man, you know? So that's one of the reasons also, you know, adding to what you're saying, you know, that you can't, you know, if you have to get weeded out, you know, you're not gonna survive in that.
Nobody wants to go to war with somebody who can't take a little bit of pressure. You know, we don't want to go to war with nobody that's weak. You want to say something, Elder?
Yeah, because you said something that sparked a thought about
you know, the famine of the word. I started thinking of the book of Eli, and the whole movie, he's protecting this book, right? He's protecting this book, and these other guys are after the book, and when it comes to it, he wasn't afraid to release the book because it was all inside of him, right? And by the time he gets to the end, for a time to be rewritten or whatever, not rewritten, but to be jotted down, describe it, he didn't need the book, right? And that's what was it Isaiah 33:6? That's what that reminds me of. Yeah, you want to read it again? And then
Isaiah 33 verse 6,
Yeah.
and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time.
Right. So, you know, all the things that we learn in this boot camp, like the brother used the analogy, all the things that we're learning and all the things that we're experiencing in this life are so that when it's time for us to be in battle, when it's time for us to need to, you know, draw from these things, that they'll be in us, and that we don't have to reference, like the scriptures talk about. Somebody give me that. I think it's, I don't know where it is, but it's where it talks about a schoolmaster. Somebody get that? I think it's in Galatians. It's in Galatians, and I used to think of the scripture a little differently than I do today. But somebody read that for me.
This is on Galatians chapter 3, verse 24.